Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, daily updates. Really excited for today's beer. It's courtesy of Keith. Thanks so much, Keith. I really appreciate it. This is another Black is Beautiful beer. I have a lot of them, which is awesome, and I'm trying to do one a week at this point. This is from Country Club and Bonn Place. It looks like it was specifically made at Bond Place. I don't know. I don't think I know Country Club Brewing, but I have heard really good things about Bond Place. Um, and they're out of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. It's an Imperial Stout, shocker, with coconut, 10%. I might be getting my wires crossed, but I feel like Keith had sent something like they also use Sabro in it to like really get the coconut up. But maybe I'm getting my beers mixed up. 'Cause remember us a while ago talking about um, like a really coconutty beer and it was going to have coconut in it and Sabro, and I feel like this was it. But again, maybe I'm getting my wires crossed. Whatever. Let's get into it. I did roll it just in case there was sediment, so I don't want it to explode. All right. Proper glassware. Everything tastes better in proper glassware. In dirty proper glassware, actually not too bad. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty darn black. Holy cow. Hey, you can see the reflection. Trippy. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty darn black looking beer. A little bit brown at the bottom, but I mean, that's one of the darker ones. Maybe it's the lighting in here, but definitely seems like one of the darker stouts I've had lately. Maybe half a finger of a dark mocha color. Actually, it's very close in color to the font color they chose to use for the glass. Such a pretty. It definitely is like a great color choice, given that the base is a stout. But anyway, um, legs and lacing, not surprising given the ABV, although the lacing is going away pretty quickly. Let's get to the aroma. Ah, there it is. Okay, I had to go back in because I'm like, it's a little like nutty, but then you get the actual coconut, very coconut flesh. Um, it doesn't come across like coconut water mixed in with a stout. It's got some. Now you're getting a lot of coconut. Well, apparently there took me my nose a sec to adjust to it, or it took a moment to kind of form the bouquet of aroma. Um, nice chocolate. I'm still getting that nuttiness, so it's the chocolate is there, but not huge. So like and there's a little bit of sweetness. So like, is it kind of coconut covered or chocolate covered coconut? Um, but then this faint peanut butter that I am getting with that nuttiness. And now I kind of regret that I mentioned that about the coconut water because now it is a little bit like coconut water mixed in with the stout itself. I mean, it's got the same ABV as a base, but it does. So it makes me think that they use the base recipe from Weathered Souls pretty much, for this. But I'm not getting that huge roast that you get in every other one that uses the Weathered Souls recipe at the very least as the base of their recipe at their facility. That is, wow. How, and then I'll get into the actual, taste. But for how much coconut I'm getting in this, I cannot believe initially that wasn't the thing that jumped out at me, and it was more of this nutty chocolate thing because it is dominating. Let's get into the taste. Cheers. There is some of that roast that actually, okay, so that, no, no, yeah, there's definitely some of that roast black IPA thing fighting through. So you get like the roasty malt, and you get the hoppiness from the hops, and so yeah, you get that just like a lot of the other ones, a battle of black IPA versus Russian Imperial Stout, but that coconut does shine through like the aroma. The nuttiness, it's not coming across peanut buttery, but there is what can best be described as a nutty thing, and that could be malt. I've gotten that in stouts that are just from the malt. Could be partially from the coconut as well. It's not. I'm going to assume that they toasted the coconut and it was toasted coconut, but I don't get any sort of toasty coconut taste specifically. The coconut is kind of unique in this, in terms of being in a beer. Like when I taste coconut in a beer, this is a little different than what I usually get, which has me wondering if the process was a little different or just how it's playing with this recipe. Little fruitiness in the middle there, leaning towards berry, like strawberry, which kind of carried through in that sip, which was cool. The aftertaste is very roasty, is actually like quite reminiscent of just the base recipe, which makes me think they maybe they probably tweaked it, but that they did go with that. Um, I like that the coconut's a little different than what I'm used to, in coconut stouts. Yeah, that makes it more interesting. For 10%, I don't get any of the alcohol. There's a little bit of a drying thing. I like this. I like this. This is, I just, you go into a beer expecting a thing sometimes, right? And that's your fault, right? My fault right now. And because that coconut is different, I'm not going to say it's a letdown. It's just because in my mind this was going to taste a certain way, it tastes a different way. But that's also the coolest thing about the beer is that it tastes different than my expectations, and it's still really delicious, and it's still coconut just in a different way. I'm getting some of those things I like so much about the base, and like the reminder that you like Russian Imperial stouts, man, and you should drink more of them. And luckily, I have a bunch of these beers, so I will be. But yeah, this is really good. It's just yeah, my expectation. I shouldn't have gone in with the expectations that I had. I should have been just more open to drinking it, letting it inform my thoughts versus going in with preconceived notions. Good stuff. Thanks, Keith. I really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to drinking the rest of this. Thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate that. Check them out on Instagram and on Tapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. So always please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.